We want to begin by remembering a Knoxville man whose time was cut short. Many people are taking time tonight to recall Brandon Gibson's life and legacy, including his influence in the arts. 6 on Your Side reporter Dominic Webster spoke to some of the people who knew Brandon Gibson, giving them a chance to share their memories.
Truly talented, full of life, and dedicated. Those are some of the words used to describe Brandon.
He's one of the most incredible human beings, I think, to ever have graced this earth. And that is not an exaggeration.
Brandon very truly was a special person, had a way of just truly feeling like he was everybody's best friend, not just because of a smile, not just because of a glow, not just because of a joke. He was there. He was present for people.
While he was an accomplished singer and actor, his friends pushed him to put his love for singing and writing together in the form of an opera.
I encouraged him to write an opera. He had never done that before, and he thought I was crazy. But I said, "You can do it. You're the best writer I know." And it ended up being one of the most moving things I've ever read in my entire life.
His friends thankful for being around him.
I would tell him, and I told him in my last letter to him, I'm so thankful I exist at the same time that you do.
Not only was he a great writer, singer, actor, cook, and person, he had the ability to listen like many others couldn't.
If you had something you had to communicate with him, he was able to hear not just your words, but your intent and your meaning, and being able to really be present with you.
The people who knew Brandon knew he was a special kind of person, and he left a lasting impact on everyone he interacted with.
Just scroll through Facebook for 2 seconds today and see the impact that he had on every single person who, he ran into. It could be the smallest exchange of, running into him on the street or, in a restaurant, and you light up when you see him.
He was a present and a gift to the world. And I wish sometimes the world would have given him more back.
Brandon kept even his closest friends grounded, no matter how they were feeling or what situation they were in.
We would always be out together. And I was happy. And I was at peace. And I would just marvel at him.
Thanks, Dominic, for that report. Meanwhile, we are hearing from the president of the Beck Cultural Exchange Center. She also knew Gibson well because of how much he involved himself with the center. She says he also came to her with his ambitions, about a poetic libretto that he wrote following the death of George Floyd.
So when you talk about social justice, Brandon was doing it, and he was making a difference, and he poured his heart into I Can't Breathe, and it is phenomenal.
I Can't Breathe, by the way, is a story that explores themes like grief and hope and identity. It was met with sold-out performances back in February.